Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the month of November 2020. This month, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will catch me live. But Virgo, this already looks amazing. I love this card. You have the Serendipity card, and it's definitely a very good card. It can represent like a lot of luck and things kind of just like falling into place for you. So that looks good. I like to see that. You have the Star, which is amazing. Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. Definitely some conflict. We'll see how to overcome that. Judgment as well. It's a very good reading for you. It seems to be a good month. I've only done 4 of the readings so far for November, but it does seem to be like a much more positive month. So who knows? We might get lucky this month. Like I said to Pisces that 2020 has basically been like a fever dream, right? So it would be nice if there are improvements. Your overall energy is a breathe card. So in a lot of ways, I feel like this is a breath of fresh air is what this reading is saying. Is like there's a removal of obstacles, or maybe there's just a general removal of pressure for you. Yeah, you have the Unfinished Symphony card, which could be you finishing up things. Like there could be some unfinished business here that you are kind of wrapping up. You have the Eight of Cups to the High Priestess to the Judgment card here in this first diagonal here, Virgo. And I do feel this could be like someone walking away from you, or you walked away from someone. There could be regrets in that situation. High Priestess, still very spiritually connected to this person, probably having intuitive hits if this story is for you. And Judgment card, could be this person coming back. Again, as I always say, if you don't want an ex back, trust me, I am not one of those readers that tells people to go back to their ex. I don't think we should go back to our exes for the most part. If you have raised your vibration and they've done the work on themselves as well, then, by all means, go back to your ex. But for the most part, I think people should just move on, right? Are there circumstances, like I said, where both people during the breakup work on themselves and improve themselves? Absolutely. And I feel like that's the way it should be done, if you're going to do it. But to me, all the X-back readings is just like, false hope is what I'd say here. But I do feel like for some of you, this could be at least an apology. Like I said, because you have the Unfinished Symphony card, which just says that it could be, kind of like an apology or something that wasn't said, that needed to be said. For others, again, my problem with that Unfinished Symphony card is this, and plus also this energy here, is it does say you could get someone back. You could go back to them, but you could also end the relationship a second time. I don't really feel like there's anything wrong with that. Again, sometimes we have unfinished business. Maybe we go back to the person, and then maybe going back to them makes us realize like, hey, I don't really want to be with this person. And that's popping into my head. So that's why I'm saying it. For some of you, you could end up going back to a person. Maybe you already have, but maybe you're saying to yourself, actually, I don't really like this person. So again, is there anything wrong with that? No, of course not. So that's what I'd say there. You have this Serendipity card. I love this card. To me, it's a card of a lot of luck, and kind of like, she's being lifted up into the sky on this card by a 4-leaf clover. So I feel like luck is on your side, is what this card is saying for you this month. You have the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles in this first row. I do feel for some of you, again, there was a walking away situation that led to regrets. I feel like whoever walked away is having regrets at this time, whether it's you or your person. And the Four of Pentacles, somebody could still be holding on to a situation. What I will say also is that this is your past position here, Virgo. So again, some of you maybe have moved on from this. You have the World, which says you could be realizing that this situation was not for you in the first place. So, in a lot of ways, I feel like some of you could just be moving on from that energy. You're not even thinking about it anymore, because again, this is your past position. For others, the Eight of Cups to me can represent kind of making a sacrifice in a lot of ways. Sacrifice is not the right word, but it's like the best word I can come up with. The Eight of Cups, he's walking away from these 8 cups, basically, knowing that he's walking into darkness. He is walking, this moon here represents a moon period that is where it's going to be a dark period of time. So he walks away from these 8 cups, knowing that it's probably going to suck here, Virgo. So I do feel like for some of you, it's like maybe you have walked away from something knowing that it maybe was going to cause some sadness or some pain with the Five of Cups. But I almost feel like saying that you did this knowing that there were 2 cups standing up for you, like on this Five of Cups. So maybe you walked away from something knowing that it was going to be painful or lead to a painful period of time. But it's almost like I feel here that you're more you have been more focused on the future. It's like you knew something. You have this wolf spirit, which says turn your knowledge into wisdom. You have the wolf, the high priestess, and the star are really standing out to me. You also have the world. Amazing. Like I said, amazing reading, really positive. But I feel like this is saying that you knew that walking away from something was the right thing to do, but also you had future vision with this card. I almost feel for some of you in this row, again, you have the world, the high priestess, and the star. It's like, you know, I feel like you have an inner knowing with these cards. You know that something is going to work out for you. With the Five of Wands over here, I feel that this could be other people in your life who just don't share the same vision that you do for your life with this star card. But I feel like you know it's the right thing for you to do. So again, maybe some of you are like walking away from family, or maybe you're moving or walking away from certain people in your life, and I feel like you know this is going to lead to your star. I feel like it is. You have this trust card as well, and I feel like there could be a lot of trust coming in for you. Again, you have the world, high priestess, and the star. The high priestess literally says the sky is the limit. Actually, there is no limit. She represents unlimited potential, and the high priestess is the card of potential. There's no roof over her head on this card, and she also has these two pillars. Sometimes I just look at these two pillars as positive and negative, or I should say, positive and negative. So I feel like for some of you, this is just saying you have a choice whether to think positively or negatively, and that is the outcome you will get at this time. But again, I really feel you could be very focused on some major goals or some sort of dream life that you have with that star card. I feel like as far as love is concerned, the world to me says you will be dating, and you will probably be getting out there and dating. So if you don't have love at this current moment, I feel like you will probably be getting out into the world. That will lead to a Knight of Cups, a knight in shining armor. So I feel like in the future here, you definitely have really positive things to look forward to in love. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Leo. Could also be a Pisces, stands out to me as well here. So it could be any of those signs that you're dealing with. For some of you, I do feel like this is like a long distance thing as well with that world. Yeah, and the star is my card of a long distance relationship. So some of you could be dealing with someone at a distance as well. So I like that. But it looks like it would actually work out. It looks like you could be putting energy into that situation with the star card. Finally, in your last row here, you have the trust card. I do feel like you are trusting that things are just going to work out for you here. I'm almost getting like Seven of Wands energy on this trust card. The Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, or when you know on a very deep level that something is going to work for you, it will work, whatever it is, whether it's a business idea, a job, whatever it is that you're hoping to do. You have the Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, Judgment card here. I do feel like this could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you, again, in love, probably in the future. For some of you, it could be someone from the past, but I feel like if it's someone from the past, I feel like there's a need to not rush with this Five of Wands. Five of Wands, it doesn't have to be a bad card, but it can represent immaturity or immature energy. And it can just say, but it doesn't mean like immature, like this person is so immature. I mean, it can mean that, but for me, intuitively, I feel like this is just saying if someone's coming back from the past, don't rush into it because hasn't been fully developed yet. For others, I feel like this is like your inner calling here. The Judgment card represents a very strong pull towards your inner voice or inner calling. These people are being called up by this angel. It's like they are being guided. This card represents a wake-up call as well. I feel like if you're a Virgo watching this, I feel like you've had a million wake-up calls in the past 3 years or so. Probably had a million realizations and wake-up calls happening. This has led to your dreams. The Knight of Cups represents your dreams, your dream life. He is normally looking into that cup, and he is trying to imagine what his future life could be or what it should be as well. I feel like you need to, again, with the Five of Wands here, this could be you thinking like, oh, I want to start a business, or I want to have a job, or I want to have a certain type of love in my life. But you're also thinking about all the obstacles with the Five of Wands. I feel like you need to go on the adventure. The Five of Wands says, do not create stories. Do not create conflict in your head, is what I feel like intuitively it is saying to you. I feel this card is saying, do not create stories in your head that don't have to become true without trying. The Knight of Cups needs to try, right? He is just thinking here, but he also sees this river that's running in front of him, and he's not making a move because it's like he has fears. He's like, well, I want to start this business, but what if with the Five of Wands? Even though the universe is telling you, hey, this is your true calling. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So this could be a business. This could be a relationship, whatever. So I would get rid of the what ifs here with this energy. But this looks very good. I love this energy for you here, Virgo. So let's clarify and let's see what else we get for you. Between the Eight of Cups and the World, you have the Three of Clubs, card of second chances. So again, I do feel like for some of you, something that you thought was done is coming back around. For some of you, it could be love. For others, I do feel like it could be like an opportunity to travel, to move with the World card, or to reach some sort of goal. So I feel like you are getting a second chance to accomplish something with the World, and I feel like this is going to be amazing with the Knight of Cups. Between the Five of Cups and the High Priestess, you have the Six of Spades. Now this is called the Tower. Everybody has had the Tower so far. The Tower is not like the Tower in the Tarot, but it is a card of isolation. So I do feel like some of you could be feeling very isolated at this time, and that could be leading to sadness. Again, I would be careful as well. You know, if you have someone coming back from the past and they're just entering into your life because you feel alone, you know, I'd be careful of that. Between the Four of Pentacles and the Star, you have the Eight of Clubs. This is called the Mountain. The Mountain actually represents the Five of Wands, kind of. You know, it represents the road less traveled. It can represent an obstacle, kind of like the Eight of Cups, choosing to walk away from something or choosing a new path or a new adventure with the Eight of Clubs. And it says that you could be choosing to do something hard, but it's like you're conquering a mountain. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you will conquer mountains at this time. Between the World and the Knight of Cups, you have the Jack of Spades here. This card's called the Child. Again, a card of immaturity. Like I said, I feel like if someone is coming in for you this month, I feel that you should slow it down, because I feel this is saying that there could be too much immature energy in this situation, and that could kind of, you know, cause some problems or whatever. I do also see that some of you could be dealing with children as well. So this could be a situation that is involving a child, or there could be a family involved in a love situation. With the High Priestess and the Five of Wands, you have the Five of Spades. The Five of Spades is a card of momentum, so I do see that you could be creating a lot of momentum here as well, and this could be pushing you towards like some sort of new beginning. Five of Spades is a really good card taking a risk as well here, Virgo. So any risks that you could be taking, or like putting yourself out there with this Five of Clubs, moving towards conflict and competition is probably your best bet, is what I'd say here. I always say, like people always ask me, like, should I go apply for this job? There's a lot of competition. I'm always like, yes, of course you should apply for it. It's like somebody's got to get it. It's like it might as well be you. That's kind of what I think this whole reading is saying. I think it's saying it might as well be you, Virgo, and I feel like you need to believe that. So it's like the deeper you believe something, the more you trust, the more likely it is that you're going to have the positive outcome that you desire. So why not you? You know, that's what I think you need to ask yourself. With the Star and the Judgment card, you have the Ten of Spades. Ten of Spades is a card of moving. It's a really good card. It's called the Ship. It's like a boat on the ocean. It can represent going from one place to another. So I do feel there could be a move coming up for you, or some sort of change. In your top row, you have the Jack of Clubs. This is a card of beating yourself up. It's called the Whip, and it represents like whipping yourself in the back. So this card here says, don't beat yourself up over things from the past, plain and simple. Let's see, middle row, you have the Seven of Spades. Seven of Spades is a card of letter. It's called a letter, and it can represent communication. I do think some of you could be getting communication from the past here, and I would be careful of that communication, like I said. For others, I do see that this could be good news coming in for you as well. So this could be good news. Bottom row, you have the Seven of Diamonds, more communication. Seven of Diamonds is called the Birds, and it is a card of needing to trust your intuition. High Priestess. There is definitely a need for you to trust your intuition this month here, Virgo, because your intuition is probably guiding you towards success or abundance. Let's pull an extra row here. I just want to see if there are any additional details for you this month. You have the Exchanging Gifts card. I just feel like this is like gifts from the universe. This is an amazing reading. Again, I feel like you need to say, why not me? Here. It's like there's something you want. Could be a dream. Could be to become famous. It could be to move somewhere. It could be a certain person in love. I feel like you need to not sell yourself short. I feel like you need to say, why not me? You have the Page of Swords here. You have the Three of Swords. Definitely be careful of immature energy. And the Page of Cups, new love. I feel like there's new love coming in for you as well. Probably in the future, Virgo, I would say probably not this month, because this would be your like future position. But I do feel new love. I feel I would be careful of any immature energy. The Page of Swords is a card of immature energy. Three of Swords, heartbreak, probably because of someone from the past. Page of Cups. I feel like this is what you need to focus on. With the Page of Swords, you have the Eight of Diamonds. Eight of Diamonds says you have all the keys necessary to be very successful this month. And it's a card of material success on the horizon. So that can be really good for money. With the Three of Swords here, you have the Four of Spades. This is a recovery. I feel like some of you could be healing literally from an illness. And again, I am not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice, but I feel like you could be healing, or you could be going through a recovery with those two cards. You could also just be healing from a heartbreak. So, that's that. And the Page of Cups, look, Five of Hearts, new love. The Five of Hearts in this deck is called Cupid, and it represents being shot by Cupid's arrow. So I feel like there could be new love coming in for you here for sure. And it could be one of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. Could be a Pisces, could be, any sign. This is just a general reading. Could be a water sign in general. But I really like this reading for you. I feel like you need to just say to yourself, why not me? In this reading, that's it. So thank you for watching, Virgo, and definitely enjoy your month.